Welcome back to Tech for Good, where we shine a spotlight on life-changing technologies and the people whose worlds they transform. Now, 7 to 8% of the U.S. population experience post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, at some point in their lives. Already a very high figure, but for soldiers returning from war, that statistic is believed to be even higher. Here's how technology can help the veteran community.
I literally had not talked about that scenario for 10 plus years. Never thought about it. I avoided thinking about it.
This time as we go through, we have a civilian population to worry about, and it's kind of hard for us because we have to judge between the civilian and military.
Some of the things that I saw and some things I did just stuck with me.
Retired U.S. Marine Chris Merkle is about to return to war. A decade on from 3 tours in Iraq and 4 in Afghanistan, this time his frontline is a virtual battlefield.
You start to feel like you're there, and then you see, like where I physically saw Iraq, how I remember it. In my mind, I could see that guy getting ready to shoot at us, and it's so intense.
This is BRAVEMIND, a virtual reality exposure therapy program designed by psychologist Skip Rizzo to treat various forms of post-traumatic stress disorder. How traumatic is it for a patient to face these painful memories head on, to relive them through BRAVEMIND?
When you tell people about it initially, they say, why would you make somebody go back and confront these horrific experiences that they had? Well, we do it because the science shows that this is an effective approach, that helping a person to confront and reprocess difficult emotional memories, but in a safe place, getting them to talk about things they haven't talked to anybody about, that is the path to healing.
Merkle says his time in service left him in a constant state of hypervigilance, leading to bouts of anger, depression, and insomnia.
People return, they're not a whole person when they return. It's not like a movie, it's not instantaneous, it's not glorious, it's very violent, it's very visceral.
And when traditional therapy failed to help his PTSD, he turned to the VR program to face the very memories he had been avoiding for years.
Contact front ID, left side.
If you activate this fear, this traumatic memory, but nothing bad happens, you're in a safe place with a supportive clinician, eventually that fear or anxiety extinguishes or habituates.
In his lab at the University of Southern California's Institute of Creative Technologies, Rizzo's team has developed 14 combat scenarios, building in the sights, sounds, vibrations, and even the smells of war.
The clinician has a control panel where they can adjust the lighting, the time of day, the number of people, where a bomb goes off, if a plane is flying over. So you can customize the experience moment by moment in real time for helping the person to go back to something that's relevant for them.
The BRAVEMIND team hopes its tech can be used to treat many other instances of PTSD, not only that of returning soldiers, but those suffering trauma from other walks of life.
Certainly, we're going to be facing a wave of mental health challenges, specifically with healthcare providers on the front lines of COVID.
With his VR sessions behind him, Merkle is finding happiness again, volunteering in the veteran community. One of his initiatives, Waves of Valor, teaches returned service members to surf.
They're not thinking about their pain, they're not thinking about their depression, they're not thinking about the war. They just want to do for themselves. And the healing part is, it's actually surprising. It's not veteran to veteran, it's not therapist to veteran, it's community.
The VR just opens up a world of thought because it's a novel, different way of doing things, but it's opening up how people think about how we help people heal and get past trauma and other things.
BRAVEMIND has pretty much saved my life in more ways than one.